Hey everybody, Clint here, and welcome back to another episode of Walkthrough. And as you can see, we got this N64 back up here, and like I said in the last episode, we are going to paint this sucker. What I'm going to show you here can really be applied to any console. It doesn't have to be a Nintendo 64, this just happens to be what I'm working with. But I'm going to break this video up into 3 separate parts, and in this first part, I'm going to go over, taking this thing apart further and prepping it for paint. I already showed how to disassemble this in the last episode of Walkthrough, and if you need to go review that, just click the link down in the description below. But something I did want to show you, if you don't want to go to the extent that I did and remove all those screws, you can always do this, and that's you can take the motherboard out as a unit. Simply by taking out the 2 screws here, 2 here, there's 2 here. There will be 3 on this side, and as you can see there's a hole on either side of the heat sink here where you can get in there and get those screws out. And there will be 2 screws there, 1 screw right here, and 2 small ones you have to remove there. And then you can pull this all out as one unit, save you some time if that's what you want to do. So, quick tip there. But now that it is fully disassembled, there is a little bit more disassembly you have to do in order to paint it. And first are on these cartridge flaps here. You just want to remove these 2 springs because you don't want to paint over those. And then just set them over with the other stuff that needs to be painted. And now the next thing is we're going to need to remove some stickers and whatnot. And let's start with the top here. And on the top here we have this Nintendo 64 logo. Now with stuff like this, you got 2 options. You could mask it off so that when you paint you can just peel the masking tape off and leave this unpainted. The problem with that is it usually leaves a jagged or rough edge around where you painted and it kind of looks like shit. Which I guess if you don't have an option, that's what you have to do. But we have an option here. This come off. So if you look inside the N64 here, you can see there's 2 holes on either side. I don't know how well you can see that, but you just get a screwdriver here and you can just push on those holes. You hear that? You just push that logo right out. Now there's a tab on the bottom of the logo here, and what you're going to want to do is pull out and down so that you don't break that little tab off. But easy enough to get that out. Now, the next thing is we've got some sticker removal. So we've got this 1-800 sticker here. I mean, if you could always just remove this and be done with it. But if you want to put it back on, you kind of want to be careful not to tear it or destroy the thing. Easiest way to do that is with a little bit of heat. And the easiest way to do that is with a blow dryer. I mean, most people have a blow dryer. You can always use a heat gun, but this is easy enough to use and a lot less expensive. I mean, well, heat guns aren't exactly expensive, but I mean, if you already have one of these, why buy one? But just remember, these things get pretty hot too, so just be forewarned. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn it on to high, and I'm going to move it over the sticker to loosen up the glue underneath, and then we're going to carefully lift it off. So let's go ahead and do that. Takes a little bit for it to get hot. Just run it back and forth, back and forth. Alright, let's try it here. We're going to just get a nice sharp blade, X-Acto knife, something just to get under there and just get it started up. And the glue should be pretty easy. You don't want to use this thing completely because you can easily cut the sticker. So now we're just going to get under there with our finger, and it's just peeling right off, as you can see. it's best to get right up. I mean, you don't want to just pull on the end here. You can tear the sticker, so use your fingers to get right up next to the sticker and where it's still stuck to the case to continually pull it off. And there you go, removed. And the sticker still looks great. Don't worry, in the third part I will show you how to put this thing back on. I mean, you're not gonna just stick it back on. That's not gonna work because it's not gonna stick very well. So I'm just gonna stick that off to the side. And now the top is all ready to prep for paint. So I'm gonna set that aside and we're gonna work on the bottom now. And on the bottom, as you can see, we got two stickers here. We got the basically the information label, and we got the serial number and barcode. We got a problem here though. This one's easy enough to get off. This one, it's a paper sticker, and it's not going to come off in one piece, I guarantee you. It will refuse and tear, and this ink will actually, I've seen it flake off. Yeah, it's very strange, but yeah, this we're not going to be able to reaffix. So you can either mask off around this. Probably the easiest way, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to actually reproduce that. And that's what I did on the last one. So I'm just going to not really care too much about getting this one off in one piece, but this one I am. Also, you've got these two rubber feet right here, which we should be able to get under and peel off. You want to get those things off because you don't want to paint over those either. There we go. Just peel those suckers off, set them aside with the 1-800 sticker. There we go. Now, same way we got off that 1-800 sticker, we're gonna do on this information label. Let's see if this thing wants to come off yet. Alright. There we go, and just the same method, peeling this one off as we did the 1-800 sticker. So easy enough. Now some systems you can actually find these on eBay. Like I found these for Game Boy Advances, Colors. I mean, they have reproduction ones that you can use if you really want to. I've never seen one for an N64. I actually searched for it beforehand before I decided to take this measure, because this is the only way I can find to do it, because nobody makes a reproduction as far as I know. But there we go. Now I'm just going to go ahead and remove this one after I shut off the camera here, because there's no point in me showing you destroy this thing in order to get it off, and then it's going to leave a lot of shit behind, which I'll clean up with some paint thinner to get all the residue and stuff off and clean it up real good. Now the next thing that we need to talk about is prepping for paint. You can't just take this now and go, oh, well, I'm gonna paint it because it's dirty. I mean, like, especially in this top cover, you can see there's dirt in the edges here, even though I tried to clean it up a little already with just a Windex wipe and whatnot. It's still really dirty. I had to get in here with a toothbrush, but I mean, this thing needs to be cleaned very well. You don't want to try to paint something that hasn't been thoroughly cleaned. Otherwise, obviously, the paint isn't going to stick very well. It'll chip off. I mean, you just gotta clean it really good. So what I'm actually gonna do is, in the last video I talked about sticking it in the dishwasher. If you're not gonna paint it, I wouldn't suggest doing it because it can discolor the plastic. Since this one's being painted, that's what I'm going to do because it's the quickest way to do it. It's definitely going to clean it really well, and it'll be ready to go right out of the dishwasher to be painted. So that's what we're going to do next. So I'm going to go ahead and toss this in the dishwasher, and I'm probably going to toss this in there as well just because it's got a lot of crevices and stuff like that. It's going to be easier to clean. The rest of the parts I'm going to clean by hand thoroughly, because they're smaller and there's no real need to throw them in the dishwasher. But that is what I'm going to do now, and that's going to do it for this part of the video. So yeah, join me next time where we're actually going to take it out and paint it. So tune in next time, and if you got any questions or comments, just go ahead and leave them down below. And thanks for tuning in, guys. I will see you later.